There we go. All right. Just double checking everything. I want to make sure if everyone can hear me loud and clear.
Live?
Yeah, we're live. All right, cool. All right, just a couple more adjustments and we'll be on our way. Don't worry about the sound. I turned down the music because I'm going to be supplying my own soundtrack.
Oh, we're not gonna hear any of that lovely Bayonetta music?
Yeah, like I love the lovely Bayonetta music. It's great, but like I played this game for so long that all that stuff just ends up being like white
Ah,
noise. So I try to like slip in some of my own favorite songs.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of volume adjustments. So if you guys think that the game audio is too loud, or if the music audio is too loud, any of that sort of thing, just point it out and I'll try my best to adjust everything as best as I can. No, I know, nothing copyrighted. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's just going to be game music. All right?
I can't believe
Okay.
you're pulling a Netflix and removing Fly Me to the Moon. Hey,
You know, I was actually worried that that could have happened, but like just to be on the safe side, all of that has been stripped
that's
away.
fair.
Alrighty, let's do it, my friends. Let's kick some ass. Oh wait, forgot one more thing. There we go.
You're doing the last chapter stuff, right?
Yes, this is Lost Chapter. It's just like Bloody Palace.
Yeah, it's the closest equivalent to what Bloody
Oh,
Palace is, because it's like post
yeah, the
game
closest you're gonna get.
shenanigans.
The only difference is it's a little harsher than Bloody
Oh
Palace
yeah,
because you're not able to heal normally.
yeah. So you have a lieutenant on your feet and whip on the in your hands on one set, on the bottom. And
Yeah.
what do you have in your hands on A?
On my hands, I got the
Bazillion.
Bazillion.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I think that's Bazillion.
So I got Bazillion and Durga on one pair, and then I got Kushedra and Lieutenant Kilgore on the other.
Yeah. So you got mobility and impact on one, and then speed on the other.
Yes.
Yeah, Devil Joe. I'm hosting with Set right now.
How's the audio balance? I want to make sure everything is good.
Okay, so look, stream saying it's good.
Nice.
This is obviously a PC version of the game.
This is the PC version. No modding has been done here.
No cheating.
I'm not. No cheating. None of that stuff.
You've obviously played two, right? Do you have a Switch, or did you have to
I do have a Switch.
U version?
I have a Wii U and a Switch, so I have played Part 2. I'm not really fond of Part 2. I mean, I still play it. It's a fun game, but I feel like with all the limitations that it has, I feel myself always magneting back to Part 1.
Yeah, that's fair. I know twos, like it kind of in the same way five, where it's just it makes a lot of quality of life changes that kind of I hate
Oh yeah, no,
I hate
there's
to use the word hurt, but hurt's the best way to say it. It hurt a lot of the like pro players, high level
yeah.
players.
That's the ultimate problem. Like in their efforts to try to make part 2 more welcoming for everybody, it sort of deterred away a lot of the advanced players.
Yeah, it's
wouldn't
a weird
mind it
thing
as much.
where it's like it brought the skill ceiling lower, like it brought the like entry point easier, like it lowered that, but when doing that, it also lowered the skill ceiling at the same time. Like it moved it along because it's kind of hard to do both.
Yeah.
I personally love to. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it too, but I'm also not gonna begrudge anyone who says they prefer one. A lot of systems that I really like. The Kamiya possibly being brought back for 3. I don't know if he is. Are you hoping that return to form?
It's like, for me, it doesn't really matter who directs it. Although I would feel more comfortable if it was Hideki Kamiya. But I know for a fact that the director for Part 2 left Platinum Games, so we have no idea who is actually in charge of Part 3.
It might be a new person, might be Kamiya just supervising again. Because I have no idea what he's currently doing.
The only thing we know is we know he finished supervising the combat for Astral Chain.
Yeah. Because after what was that? Scalebound. After Scalebound, he kind of took like a little bit of a break, but then everybody was like, "What's Kamiya doing?"
He took a break. Yeah, it's been so quiet for so long.
And just him
Honestly,
yelling at people on Twitter.
Yeah, it's just been him setting up a block party.
And I'm invited.
Yeah, I'm invited too. I didn't want to be invited. Like, I was only put in the block party because somebody added me in a conversation.
Oh, really? So
And it's funny. Yeah.
Your own fault.
It wasn't my own fault. If anything, like, Hideki Kamiya has actually retweeted some of my videos before.
Okay.
Like, he's like, "Wow, look at this," and because he's retweeted my my Wonderful 101 combo video, my Bayonetta stuff.
That's cool.
He loves it. It's just that one unfortunate moment where some douchebag was like, "Hey, Hideki Kamiya, why did you make a game like this?" And then included me in the conversation, and I got blocked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kamiya's the master of the Royal Guard in real life.
Oh yeah. There's actually a mod where if you do a parry, it's Hideki Kamiya's face popping up. I love that.
Great.
Like, check out Creative Handle's YouTube channel, because he loads a bunch of silly mods. You guys might have seen his work. He's the one that did that Kirby Bayonetta mishmash model.
Oh,
it's honestly the greatest thing
I
out
saw
there.
That.
Yeah.
I did the silly
Well, I
thing
wanna
of
bump
being
up
like,
the-
"Hey, would you ever?" I think I just said something along the lines of, in response to another tweet he got, I was like, "Oh man, I really love the atmosphere in DMC. Would you ever consider making something like that again?" And then it's blocked. And apparently it's because and it was kind of on me. It sounds weird to say that. It sounds like I'm a fucking abuse victim where I'm like, "Oh, I shouldn't have considered him." But it's mostly just I didn't check the tweet longer because he blocks if you ask him questions he's answered repeatedly.
Yeah.
Which fair point. At his size, he probably gets asked the same questions all the goddamn time. So understandable.
Yeah.
What do you considering you prefer one more, what are you hoping from 3?
Other than just blatantly saying make the combat better, some things I would like to see is to make the parry ability a technique rather than an equipment.
I share that
'Cause I
same
feel like-
sentimentality or sentiment.
Yeah, because it kind of limits a lot of your options, and being able to parry just sounds like a technique you should do normally. That's on the Switch version, the best costume to use is the Link outfit because you get a free parry without having to equip the Munamaka Hala.
Yeah, because to be able to do parries, which can be like very essential and is honestly just really fun, you have to take up your equipment slot, which kind of sucks because that means you can't do like some of the other cool shit.
Yeah, like Scorpion is asking, isn't Bayo parry like super good? Yes, it is, but it's part of like the risk reward value, which I think is like the most important thing in an action game. Like the idea that you got to risk for something in order to get a greater value out of it. You know, like, because going for a parry is really tough. You have to deliberately leave yourself open and not dodge the attack.
Yeah. I mean, like, right now, hypothetically, you could just abuse the, like, combo. That's, like, really abusable in one. Not really getting the most out of the combat, and you're, really go up that much.
Transformers is Bayo 3. Honestly, I agree. Charity link is at the bottom of this video. Make those donations, friends. Oh shit.
These boys are the ones I find I have most trouble with these guys.
Yeah, I do too. Like,
They have a very
everyone
erratic
gives a lot of
movement.
flack towards Grace and Glory, but yeah, these are the ones I have troubles with because, yeah, it's exactly what you said. They got so much, like, flack movements.
I mean, Grace and Glory are frustrating too, especially when you're dealing with the gold versions of them. But yeah, these ones are also because they have. I think these guys have a larger moveset than Grace and Glory.
Yeah, kinda. I think the one thing they are able to do that can hinder your stylish performance is, like, whenever you do those air combos, they can just leap out and grab you. Like, Grace and Glory can't do that. Like, they can jump, but they have a certain limit. The dogs, they have a higher jump.
So I agree, Mike. Devastation is great.
Oh, it is definitely a great game. I don't play it nearly as much as I should.
That's the only, like, genuinely really good game that came out of the Activision, like, trilogy, I guess you'd call it. Korra had a lot of potential that it just didn't meet, because I still enjoy it, but it's just missing stuff. Turtles is just genuinely bad.
Yeah, I didn't even touch Turtles. I think that's the only Platinum Games title I never bothered to pick up because I heard so much bad stuff about it.
I was so like excited for it, and I was like, oh man, there's so many like cool ideas they could implement, and it definitely feels like Platinum and the developers were looking at like the original Turtles arcade game, because there's a lot of like little homages and like, oh, how would we design this in like a 3D, you know, action game sort of thing. But it just, there's so many conflicting design choices that just flat out don't work. And I honestly would put out more to just like, not bad development, but just not getting enough time. It genuinely feels like they were just not provided the time and resources by Activision.
Absolutely.
Now you're playing Sonic Adventure music, right?
Yes.
Where is that?
The playlist should be at the bottom left corner of the video.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah. I made sure to put that there in case people want to know the music I'm playing.
That's a good idea. do you think of what are you expecting of Astral Chain? Because that's coming out a month from now, right?
Honestly, I don't know what to look forward to other than just grabbing the game in my hand and just experimenting everything it has to offer. I'm not expecting it to be super detailed like Bayonetta. I just want it to be a super fun game that just makes me feel good doing all these crazy shit.
Yeah, because looking into it, I've actually kind of like let myself stay in the dark a little bit on it, just because I think that.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I've been staying in the dark for a bit.
From what I heard, it is less of a like, you know, character action style game that Bayonetta is, and I think they're kind of like more RPG with it. From what I understand, I still think like Platinum like mandates itself to make really good combat, but I get the sense that they're definitely not doing anything to the level of like Bayonetta, and they're kind of mixing things up a little bit. Which I think is good, because it's kind of, I feel it's kind of tough to be a developer and be like pigeonholed to like a specific type of game.
Sorry, I'm just a little preoccupied.
No, you're all good.
All right.
I think of like Dark Souls, where it's like FromSoft. As soon as they made that recent game, it starts with a D. It's a French word that I'm gonna butcher, so I'm not gonna try. But it was like a PS4 VR game, and when they announced it, everybody was like, "This isn't Dark Souls. Is this Dark Souls?" Ultima, mandatory QTE bike segments and shooter segments are very much a Kamiya thing. I don't think those are going to be mandatory in Also, like, you saying that kind of proves the point of, like, I think Platinum are aware of, like, what they're being typecasted at, so they've been trying to, like, do some other stuff.
Yeah, I feel like Platinum Games should branch out into other genres. Like, I feel like maybe they should try their luck at a legit fighting game.
That would be great.
Not like Anarchy Reigns.
I would love like a legit fighting game, because they could create something really cool.
Yeah.
Nier Automata, like, that was a really cool like adventure for them. Just like, hey, weird other Japanese dev that makes crazy games. We think your stuff's cool. Let's make a thing. Infinite Space 2.
You know, I wouldn't mind Infinite Space 2, except I never played 1, so I have no idea how that game plays.
It's more of a strategy game.
Oh, Vanquish. Oh my god, I love this guy. Yeah, bringing up Vanquish. I think Vanquish was like one of those games where Platinum Games got out of their comfort zone to come up with a cool idea. It still works within the kind of gameplay you would expect from Platinum Games, but with a totally different mindset. Like it's a shooter game, but you can still be crazy.
That's what I love when a dev does something that's like, this is definitely within their wheelhouse, but then they also kind of like go a little bit crazier with it. Like, FromSoft with Bloodborne. It's like, yeah, it's the same general idea of what a Dark Souls game is, but like, you can't play with shield. It's like hyper. You just have to play it with a very different mindset, and feel slightly like this, but I wish they would have pushed a little bit harder, is with Judgment by the Yakuza team. Got to that point where it's like they really kind of like pushed it to a new angle, but it still feels like they're kind of like keeping to what Yakuza is. Wish they would have like pushed the different angles of it a little bit more. Yakuza team also did Binary Domain, which most people forget about.
Woohoo! Oh my god, that was such a good combo.
Oh, that was really good. I just saw that last little bit. Oh, 7X player says hi, Set.
I say hi too.
I know you're not able to keep up with the chat.
It's totally cool.
Last Gogeta, I get the feeling that Mia wouldn't want to work with Capcom. With people from Capcom, but I don't think he would want to work with the company itself. I don't get the sense that there's a lot of love lost there. Speak for him, but just from what I've seen in interviews and just the history behind it. With Kamiya on ideas, no QTEs, Yoko Taro and story, and Itsuno on gameplay, that would be an interesting mix. But I think also all those people's like collaborative effort, you couldn't let them just like be isolated from each other, because the thing that makes each of them good at those things is how they blend into the others. Stories are good, but also it's how like his ideas manifest into the games themselves.
Oh yeah, Okami 2 was in development by Platinum at one point. Well, not that it was in development, it was an idea they wanted to work on, but something happened where the idea dropped. What a shame.
It just seems like, and I think Kamiya's very well, I actually know Kamiya's very well aware of this, he just is not allowed to work on sequels.
Yeah! He even said it's not that he doesn't want to, it's just there are certain circumstances where it just doesn't happen. It's not that they don't want him to do it, it's just he's always busy.
Yeah, it's always just like a time thing, and I think he's basically just stated, he's like, I've just accepted it that I just like plant the ideas and let them like grow into their own things. Because typically, like, not saying Kamiya's a bad director, but it's always like the second game that like, you know, build up on what he did, and then it's like, oh no, now this is like a fully fleshed idea. Because I love DMC 1, but you know, 3 is a much more, you know, fleshed out game. We're gonna ignore that second game. Same thing with like Beautiful Joe 2. Like Beautiful Joe 2, I think is just a little bit more fleshed out than 1 was. He has like a lot of really cool ideas, but I would like to see him do a sequel once he's like, okay, this is like a thing now. How do we build on it?
The irony is that the only sequel I think Hideki ever worked on was Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Oh, crud, these things always like to sneak up behind me. No.
Scorpion, Itsuno moved on from the DMC 5 team. If there was like a, hey, we're gonna do a DLC or something, he would come back to work on it, but currently he's doing other stuff. I would put money down it's Dragon's Dogma 2, but I don't know. I just know that he's currently working on other stuff. Oh, I see you got the Persona music going on.
Yes. Who doesn't love Persona music?
Yeah, if we're making this like dream team, I would love the what's the musician who does all the Persona 5 Persona stuff? Now it's gonna bug me. I'm gonna pull it up because it's gonna Shoji Meguro.
There we go, Shoji Meguro.
But I was like, fuck, I can't remember his name. I'm so bad at names.
My ultimate
Lotus
dream
Juice
team,
is the rapper.
like my ultimate music dream team. Like, a lot of people know me that I'm like a big Sonic fan. I try not to make a big deal out of it, but yes, I do love Sonic. I love Jun Sonoe, really great guitarist. I want him to team up with Daisuke Ishiwatari from the Guilty Gear soundtrack. I want them to work together and make some badass guitar solos. I want the two of them to work together. That's my dream.
That'd be good. I would definitely be down for that. Oh yeah, Spider CVS 3. I would love if it's made CVS 3, and also Darkstalkers. I want to see Darkstalkers come back. It's such an underrated series. Tsuno, Taro, Meguro, Yuji Shinomura on cutscenes with the DMC community actively suggesting mechanics. That would be the dream stylish action game. That'd be cool, but I'm one of those people that always, I'm not trying to say like don't listen to your player base, because that is important, but I do always prefer where devs are kind of allowed to make their own creative decisions and make something that they think is really unique and cool. Really where, creativity really gets to flourish. Because if they're the player base, then they're just kind of just catering to what the audience wants. And while that is like great, I'm just one of those people that really likes when a creative just like to do their own thing and do what they want. Just involve the community in play testing. Yeah, that'd be cool. Go get Matt, Wooly, and Liam to playtest it. They'd have the time. To have community involvement? I don't think so, outside of the creators showing like test gameplay at E3, but like community was actively involved in that one. Music from Bible Black.
Oh God. I mean, I know.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, I totally could.
I mean, I know Bible Black.
Nobody would be the wiser.
Bible Black is blocked from Twitch, but is the music?
Music can't be sexual.
Oh, I don't know. Have you heard Hips Don't Lie?
You're right. Oh God.
Say that on stream and block.
How do you cover your eyes when you listen to that music? Welcome to my neck, my back. There, is that what you want, Scorpion?
Outside of like constantly replaying Bayonetta, what are you currently playing, Set?
Let's see. Right now, I'm currently playing Ninja Gaiden Black because it was put on Xbox One backwards compatibility.
Okay.
Tons of fun game. Yeah.
got a donation, I think. Oh, hey, DMC. Decided to be 100% horny on main. to being 100% horny on main Kappa. Respect the honesty.
I know a lot of people have called me out on this, but yes, I am horny on main. I really need to tone that down a bit.
I mean, I'm not complaining because then I don't have to look for it.
I love fighting against these guys. These guys are combo fodder.
Just gotta wait for the stream to catch up. Oh yeah, these guys. I'm fucking awful at. I'm awful at names in general, but I'm really bad at the names in Bayonetta because they're always simple words.
I am
but
too.
There's no like way that you can like associate with them. You know what I mean in terms of like, oh, I can remember that very easily. Where it's like, yeah,
because their names are just like stuff like Beloved
and you can't easily look at it and go, that's Beloved. That's like.
Yeah, no, I get you. I still have troubles. Oh, come on, these guys are very aggressive. But I can be just as aggressive. There we go.
Like DMC and like especially like 5, there's weird names, but like you remember which ones are which. A behemoth, for example, the big tank, like, you know, very like, oh yeah, I know, I remember exactly what that one is.
One left for me to mess with.
Yeah, Gogeta. The easy ones are Grace and Glory, thanks to pairing. Anything that comes in a pair is easier to remember, but outside of that. Wonderful 101 has punny weird names in Japanese, but they actually really work. Yeah, man, it's been so long since I played 101, so I'm actually very forgetful on a lot of the names. I really can't wait for them to port 101 because I actively don't want to play 101 if I have to pull out my Switch from the dustbin.
I know that feel. I want this. I wanted to get a Switch port real badly, so badly. I don't even want a sequel. The original game is already perfect.
Yeah. Plus, I think porting it would be weird because they have those sections where you actually need to be using the like Switch, the pad.
No, not entirely. Like you could play the entire game with just a controller. The way you would need those screen bits is like there was an option in Wonderful 101 where you could go into picture-in-picture mode.
Oh yeah,
just
that's right.
You know. Yeah, so it's not awkward. Like Platinum Games thought ahead with everything. If you want to play it a certain way, you totally can.
I do remember that you could like fuck around with the like tablet by pressing like one of the buttons and it would change like a little bit. So yeah, I think you're definitely right. They did think a little bit ahead of time to be like, oh, if someone doesn't want to use the pad, they don't actively have to. I'm just thinking of those like bits where you like walk into a building and you have to look at from the pad.
Yeah.
Work around those. Those are the only ones that I remember I had to like pull out my like tablet, but I also might have just been not paying attention to my settings. But I always prefer playing on a gamepad rather than like the tablet.
Yeah.
Oh, why are my Switches in the dustbin? Sorry, did I say Switch? I meant Wii U.
Oh yeah, you did. But yeah, it's totally understandable.
Wii U will be optimal thanks to touchscreen drawing, though. I don't think so, because I played a lot of that game with a pad and it worked pretty well. The same thing with the Okami. I also agree with you. Said I'd love to see them announce a sequel and then just pull a Bayonetta 2 where it's like, oh, and also here's the first one in case you missed it.
Oh my god, these leave me alone.
The droids are fun to fight in the air.
Yeah.
Especially because what's this setting you're playing on right now? Or what's the difficulty?
The difficulty climbs up in Lost Chapter. You start off in normal. Right now, I'm on hard. As soon as this verse finishes, it's gonna be non-stop infinite climax, which means which time is completely gone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Ultima Itsuno over Kamiya. You can see that point, but also they actually, if you break down their styles to a fundamental level, they actually design games pretty differently. So I wouldn't say it's 100% comparable. Because you look at Bayonetta, and Bayonetta's like a very reactionary type game. Like you're like carrying witch time, all that kind of jazz. And then DMC's more very much proactive, where you actually aren't supposed to let your enemy have the time to react. That's why Bayonetta always feels, for me at least, like way faster because your enemies are going so fast.
Yeah.
I think the Furies in 5 are the closest to feeling like a Bayonetta game because the fucking things move so fast with their teleports.
Looks like we got a good donation.
Yeah. Alright. Glad to see you set on the stream. Also, Fox. Thanks, Ice Wall. Thanks for the $5. See you later, Mike. I didn't say the full name because it's always like a tough name for me to pronounce. Setnaro.
Yeah, that's why I always say just call me Set. You don't have to worry about having to say the whole name.
Where'd you get that name?
Only the cool people can say the whole name. Say what?
Where'd you get that name?
Do you really want to know? I know some people already discovered it, but it's actually my last name backwards.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
saw the
long
I saw
story.
the Naro at the end. I saw the Naro at the end, and I thought like, oh, Japanese.
No, it's far from Japanese. It sounds Japanese, that's why I'm able to get away with it.
Yeah.
But it's my last name backwards, and the way that came about was this was like 10 years ago. Me and my friends, we used to play Phantasy Star Online, and I loved that game so much. And I remember I was having a tough time trying to figure out a name for myself. Because I was never really the kind of person that played online games, so I never really had an online name. So I had a friend tell me, hey, just take your last name backwards and put an X on it. He was going by the name Zenitramp X, which was backwards for Martinez. So I just went Setnaro, and I was like, that sounds okay. Yeah, sure, why don't I just make it work? So I did.
You just slap an X on there, and you're all good.
Yeah, just slap an X on it, because he's a Mega Man fan, so Mega Man X. There. You know the origin story.
Yeah, PSO is being ported to the Switch, right?
I would love it if it did.
I think it is. I think PSO 2 is being ported to PS4? I know Xbox for sure because that's what they showed at the Microsoft event at E3.
Scorpion, your question. Parry, my friend, parry. If you do a perfect parry, you get witch time.
That's why parrying's so essential.
Yes, exactly. Okay, now we're on Non-Stop Infinite Climax, and so since I don't have witch time, I'll swap out the counter ability for the evil. Let's see, what's it called? The Evil Harvest Rosary. Any dodge lets me drop a bomb behind. It's pretty good, actually.
I have a question to Fox and Set. What is the very thing that will save the world from damnation? And I don't know what the answer is, or I'm forgetting what the answer is.
Pizza. Who doesn't love pizza?
If it has pineapple on it.
Oh god, no. Don't do that.
Let's do that.
No, what are you doing?
Scorpion pizza does taste pretty good in stir fry. I think that's one of the like little specialty dishes I make is a little pineapple stir fry served in like pineapple shell. Something I learned from my aunt who lives in Hawaii, and it's just, you know, core out the like inside and then make your stir fry and use that as a dish. It's very simple for something that actually can seem fancy to people when you present it.
Someone is calling this song crap. Ban this guy, please. You do not say Hideki Nagano.
I have the chat. I have the thing muted. No, ain't nothing like a funky's fucking great. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Ain't nothing like
As soon as I turned on the audio, I was like, oh fuck yeah. John said, boo that man.
Boo that man.
I really should play more lethally because I really like that music. The gameplay's fun, but just something with the music I really enjoy it.
Lethal League Blaze is really good. They added some really cool quirks to it that adds more to the metagame.
Get more characters?
Like if you play the original game, yes.
They added more characters?
Yes, they did.
Oh, sick.
It even got a free DLC, so you could try out even more characters.
Oh shit, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. I'm trying to get into more like fighting game style games, but it's always a matter of like, I don't like relying on like netcode and stuff. I really want to get into.
I know how.
I really want to get into Fantasy Strike that's out next week, at least on like Switch and PS4 and stuff. The core premise, for those of you who didn't know, is Amazing Gaming. That's me. So Fantasy Strike is that each character gets like 5 hits, and that's it, and it's all about just fundamentals and reading your opponent.
Oh.
That
sounds
always
neat.
appeals to me more. Like I'm a DMC fan. I should love doing like crazy combos and mix up and stuff. But I love playing a game that's just fundamentally, are you paying attention to your opponent and what they're doing?
Yeah, right. It's like drop. What's it called? Drop kick?
Dive kick. Oh, I love dive kick.
Dive kick. There we go. Dive kick is so much fun. It's so goofy, but it teaches you like the basics of like reading out your opponent through like not footsies, but spacing.
Yeah, it's literally a game that's meant to teach you like spacing, how you move around, how to read like what your opponent's doing. It's so great. I love that. He's on mobile. I've heard good things about footsies, but I haven't played it. And someone mentioned Sam Show. I really want to play more Sam Show. I played some at a friend's and I really dig it because it's that same mentality of you and your opponent are squaring off, and just one slice can cut out like a third of your health.
Oh. Oh man, it's so nice to see these people come in. I recognize a lot of these guys because they follow me on my own channel. Shoutouts to Sliding Panda Man, Last Gogeta, Helion. I think I saw Helionite earlier.
I
They're my
think
buds.
they were in it.
Trolzor as well. There we go. Sorry, I can't remember all the names because I'm like focusing on beating up these two big dudes. Oh my. Get out of here.
It feels like I'm trying to like have like a conversation with someone that's currently doing like brain surgery. I'm eating popcorn on the
While in a
Hey, what
van.
are you doing there?
Don't die on me now! Don't die! Push! And Noblessa! Oh. God, hold on.
To answer Sliding Panda, I've been playing Judgment and weirdly enough Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, because I just was like, I want to play that for some reason. I want to revisit Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, nice, that was good. And say you were saying that you've been playing Ninja Gaiden earlier. Ninja
Yes,
Gaiden
I have.
Black.
Ninja Gaiden Black.
Yeah.
Friday Night Fisticuffs. Yeah, we all miss these guys.
Yeah. It literally legit every time I hear King, that's immediately what my brain goes to is that intro. Who really got me into like wanting to get better at fighting games and play them more. Amazing Gaming, yeah, dude, I love the Yakuza series. I haven't played all of them, partially just because the localization has always been really
Yeah, it's always been tough.
tough, because it's not only like localized like really late. A lot of the time the games came out like at the end of a, or at least came to the West at the end of a console's life cycle when I had already moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
2 games came out like on the PS2 when the PS3 and the 360 were already like coming out, and you know I wasn't really looking at PS2 games anymore. I think the same thing happened with like 4 and 5, Yakuza 4 and 5, or at least 5. 5 came out like really late because just took like I think 5 years until they actually made it over into the West. But Radar, and then I jumped into it with 0, and I started playing some of the older games too. Just all of Judgment, and I really love Judgment. It's a really good game. Scorpion Judgment is very much comparable to the Yakuza games. It just adds an element of detective.
I gotta play Judgment at some point.
It's really good. It's I'm gonna talk about this in a thing, very soon. But it's definitely got the most fully realized version of Kamurocho, like by far. Not only just in terms of like aesthetics, because it's using the new Dragon engine, but also just more people in it. So like that are friend quests and stuff. There's 50 unique friends that you can make. Some of them are just shopkeep, so they're not like the biggest thing. I'd say like are unique, and then 20 are kind of just like fodder to fill it out. Making friends also ties to like how many side cases you can get. You have to build up your reputation. I think you'd really like the fighting. Did you play Yakuza 0?
Yes, I have.
It's up there with 0 of being the best fighting, the best combat the series has done.
That's great to hear. At some point, I'll pick it up when I get the chance.
Yeah, and I do appreciate that they were like, okay, Yagami isn't Kiryu, so he's not going to play like Kiryu, because Kiryu's always like, he always walks around like he's a fucking bulldozer, like big, slow, lumbering, just big, sweeping hits. Whereas Yagami is more kung fu based, parkour. So at a certain point in the game, you actually get wall jumps, so you actually like bounce off walls to kick people or grab people. It's really fun. Mobility based, or mobility based. Scorpion, it's the same universe as Yakuza, but outside of like mention to something that happened in 6, it's also kind of removed from Yakuza. It is set within the same universe.
Ooh, I pulled him into the bomb.
Zero tension, start with 0. 0 is like a perfect place to start with Yakuza, and then if you like that and want more, go to Kiwami.
Woo! Okay, we made it to the last verse.
Yeah, now this is where things get.
Yeah, this is where things get really wacky. Like they're gonna start throwing everything at me. And this is one of those now or never things, so if I mess up, well, I can move on to the next game after this one.
But Aspirant 4, Fox sounds so not sophisticated outside of videos, it's jarring. Yeah, that's always the like separation. I always try to like I tried to be better at bridging, but also be at least somewhat. So.
I mean, you can't really fight that because you're always rehearsing when you do those videos, so it makes total sense.
Because like when I write my scripts, I want it to sound a very specific way.
Yeah, because you're always like doing retakes to make sure that you sound good.
Hey.
I don't do video essays, but I know exactly how that works.
What's up, gamers?
I mean, one day I would like to take a shot at making a video myself. And I watch your stuff because I really do love your videos a lot.
Thanks, man. I like your combo videos.
This is a lovely friendship moment I just walked into. I don't want to interrupt.
All right.
Just keep it going. How's it going, Set?
What's up, Millz?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine.
This is some crazy ass gameplay you've been showing off.
Don't
know,
you wish DMC was like this?
Yeah, Fox, totally. It says
So
here.
have you ever played a Bayonetta game?
Yeah, I've completed both of them. It was a one and done for me. It never drew me in like Metal Gear Rising or DMC did. But I enjoyed my time.
I was gonna say like Metal Gear is or Metal Gear Rising is kind of like the in between of Bayonetta and DMC, I think.
How so? How would you?
Just because, like, to me at least, you're much more experienced as a Metal Gear player, but it's like defensive element that Bayonetta does. Like when you compare like Kamiya's design philosophy versus Itsuno's is much more like active aggression, where Kamiya's like, oh, you kind of have to bait out your opponent, and then go in for the kill.
You see, I like the Bayonetta games. The only thing I dislike is the sort of Kamiya set pieces that you go through, the bike, the missile, things like that.
They're fine the first time, but when you replay it, it's like, I'm so fucking done with this. Like, is there a way to skip this? Like, I skipped cutscenes.
Yeah, I know. And you've got like
it's just he loves his arcade games so much, and he wants to show people.
That's great, but like, I feel like even then he drags it out a bit much.
Yeah.
The problem is that like he wants to design those games, and he does a fairly good job of making it accurate, but not everyone's gonna enjoy those types of games because you're trying to jump into the one particular game that they built out from. Like Wonderful 101, it falls hard because of this. Everyone complains about Bayonetta's bike segment. Try playing Wonderful 101 and like the millions of little mini games that they throw at you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's one of the reasons why. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. It's one of those reasons why I don't play like the later half of Wonderful 101 that much, because it's just so it's so aggravating having to like play the cool parts, but you also have to get through the arcade bits just to get to those cool parts.
Oh yeah, 100%. I really like the punch-up section though, I'm not gonna lie about that.
No, the Punch-Out segment is fantastic. Like me being a big fan of Punch-Out, yeah, I love it. I know not many people are gonna get into it though. Yeah, it's like I said before.
I am gonna put my hands up and say I've never played it. So you are free to shoot me now. Point the gun at me. Just get it over with.
It's all right. Not everyone's gonna get around to playing it, but if I were to recommend one, it has to be the Wii version. Really good.
Hey, what's the difference? What's like the difference between versions? Is there like a difference between like different platforms? Like I don't know anything about it. Oh, it's just a Wii. Is it only a Wii game?
No, the original Punch-Out was an arcade game, and then it.
Oh yeah, now I'm confused because I thought you were saying. Yeah. I thought you were still talking about. Yeah, the Wii Punch-Out. Yeah, the Wii Punch-Out game's really good.
Yes.
Yeah, look, Punch-Out. I played
before I go, because Millz kind of came to exit. Devil Joe, I used to write at least my notes by hand, but now everything's on Google Docs, so I can work on other computers. I'll usually make jot notes and then a separate page for the script stuff. If I needed to, I could write by hand, but it's just usually I have my computer right next to me when I'm playing.
I'll let you duck out, Fox, before I start talking about how Metal Gear Rising is the greatest game in existence. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I didn't talk about Metal Gear Rising because I figured you could.
Oh, what a sweetheart!
Step on your toes.
Yeah.
But anyway, you gents have a good one. Thanks for having me on.
Have a good one. It was great talking to you, Foxcade.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, man, I really do love everything that you do, and it's just like really stoked that all of this has been happening so far, man.
Oh no, same man. I really appreciate Millz setting this up. For how garbage he is, Millz did a really good job.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, well, you have a good one.
Take care, Fox. You know what? I should have stayed silent when you said that and made him feel terrible. So we should have really should have made him feel bad about that one, okay? But you know what? He's Canadian, okay? We don't care about that. We'll just let him do his own thing. So, how you been, huh? How's things?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Everything's great. like the entire week that's been leading up to this has been hell, but I'm really glad that everything finally turned out for the better.
Yeah, I was feeling so bad for you. Like, the internet problems were happening. Besides that, I was still going to try to find a way to bring you on. Just because of how, like...
Oh no, like, you cannot keep me down. Like, no matter what, there's going to be some way I was going to get on board. Because I didn't want to miss out on this, man. This is like a huge opportunity for me. This is fantastic. Getting to do what I love, having people enjoy watching this, and all for a good cause, you know. Which, by the way, anyone who's watching, if you haven't donated, you still have a chance to donate even if we hit the goal.
Yeah. Just because that goal is filled up does not mean you can't donate. Okay, anything that you want to donate, you feel generous enough to donate, is much appreciated.
When this is all done, I got to put in my contribution as well. I haven't done it yet, but I will.
Yeah, it goes to a good cause. It helps children that are, you know, suffering from things like war and poverty, like natural disasters, things like that. So it goes to a good cause. Save those goddamn kids. So just to answer your question, Scorpion, because I did see it, I saved it for this. Where is it? Let me find it. Is Metal Gear Rising good for a DMC fan like me if I've never touched the Metal Gear series? Yes, it is. Okay, you know, a lot of people don't even consider it canon to the main Metal Gear series, so it's pretty disconnected. You know, it has callbacks, but you can jump in there, you can play the game, you know, you can have some great fun with it. And for me, it was the gateway drug into this genre, which now I'm addicted to DMC because of it. But you know, it was the gateway drug for me. But yeah, it's definitely a really good game, and you should 100% play it. It has one of the coolest gimmicks in a video game ever with Blade Mod. How's the depth of the combat? There's depth there if you look for it.
There is.
100%. You know, it's kind of like easy to play, hard to master kind of thing. But yeah, there's definitely depth there. Okay, Set. So here, I've got a question for you. Okay, since I am a total Bayonetta noob, okay, just terrible at the game. Okay, I think I saw maybe 2 pure platinums the entire way through. So you know, I suck.
There was only like 1 platinum medal. I've been struggling, but that's only because like I'm trying to play in a more stylish manner rather than being effective. Because I'm trying to put on a good show.
Okay, so I've got a question.
I think that's a lot more important than just simply playing straight.
100%. So I've got a question, Set.
Because
if someone's looking to get into this game, you know, at a higher level, where do you start with that? Where do you begin with that?
Ooh, it's really hard for me to say, but I hate, because I used to tell this to a lot of people, and they hate me for saying it, but if you want to start, you really need to do some research online. Because I know some people hate when I say that, because they're like, nah man, the game should tell me everything I need to know. But the reality of it is, and this is one of the things I kind of don't like about Hideki Kamiya, he leaves it up to the players to experiment with everything. Because, like, he'll tell you the basics, but it's up to you to figure out all the advanced stuff.
I feel like...
And the sad thing...
Sorry, go on.
I mean, like, if there's one thing that I've learned between the Bayonetta fans and the Devil May Cry fans, is that the Devil May Cry fans really strive to look for these advanced techs. And there isn't nearly as much Bayonetta fans that do that. There's only like a small community that's devoted to that. The rest of the group are more in tune with enjoying Bayonetta for the design, the story, the characters, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I really think there needs to be more support for the advanced tech, because there's definitely a lot of that stuff. If you want to get into Bayonetta for the advanced stuff, yeah, you really do have to go out there, do the research, look at videos of advanced players, maybe talk to some people out there. That's part of the reason why, like, I try to stay in the community so I can help everybody out, because there's always going to be new people going like, hey, how do I do this and this and that? And then I'll just chime in and go, you do this and this and that. Oh, now I know how to do this and this and that. But yeah, after a while, it's just, you got to be very devoted to playing the game for a good long time. Also, I think I made it to the very last bit of the game where I have to fight Bayo herself, and I think I'm gonna end up screwing it up. But since I made it here, I want to put an appropriate song for this fight.
You know,
Let me see if I can.
I'm so
find it.
terrible at this game. I didn't even realize there was a Bayonetta boss fight. So there you go.
Yeah. Where is
Just
it?
to
Because
yeah, sorry, go on.
no. It's like I'm just saying, like I'm trying to find that song here. Where is
Just to-
it? Because I forgot to put it here.
Just to pick up on the point you were saying about, you know, if you're looking to get into it, you have to go online. I feel like it's the same thing for DMC. Like,
Yeah, of course.
the game explains things to you, but you're never going to see anything about a jump cancel or anything like that on like an official tutorial or anything like that. You really have to. With these games, you do have to put your research in if you want to get better at them. But with Bayonetta, I don't even know where I would start. I would probably DM you on Discord. That's like the only place I would know where to start with that. Maybe look up a tutorial on like YouTube, but it's like you say, it's like you don't really see a lot of it. Like you're the only advanced Bayonetta player I know.
Oh wow. I actually thought that was the Bayonetta fight. Wow, I actually lost
Oh my
count.
god! Oh my goodness! This man got absolutely yeeted on stream.
Wow, that was
You've
horrible.
done your best Millz
Okay.
impression there at Bayonetta.
Well, that was my fault for miscounting everything. Well, what I want to do now is if I got time, I really want to switch over to Wonderful 101. So let me go ahead and stop the stream here while I start setting up everything. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'll see if I can make it quick.
Don't worry, I'll entertain the crowd. Okay, chat. A number between 1 and 100. Okay, what number am I thinking of? Go. You have 1 minute.
Do you want me to keep the stream going here?
Just keep it going.
All right, I'll leave
Okay,
it
2
here.
people straight in there with the 69. 3 people in there with the 69. They must think I'm some sort of like hound. That's 4 69s. Jesus. You know what's awkward, Set? I don't think we should tell them this. I didn't actually think of a number when I said that, so these fools are just guessing random numbers for no reason, you know? Just keeping them occupied. See, Spider, you know... You know, I'm looking at this and I'm actually thinking it was a terrible idea, so... The number I was thinking of was 101, because we're going to play the Wonderful... Is it the Wonderful 101? Yeah, it is. Okay. A game that I have no idea about, so this is going to be interesting. Does it have blade mode? Does it have the pole arm? It's not between 100 and... Listen. Imagine thinking I know how to count full. Millz kisses 100 boys a day? Yeah. Goddamn straight. I am so hetero. Close. Yeah, John's closest. Okay, he wins a high five. There you go. There we go, baby. Zandatsu is referenced. Wait, really? Zandatsu is referenced in the Wonderful 101. Okay, now you've got my attention. Go get it, okay? Now we're in there. Let's play SMT Nocturne. Okay. We can just ignore Super Spider for the rest of eternity. Okay, he's a fucking fool. Will they stream DMC Dante May Cry? Unfortunately, there are no Oh, I heard noises. Who's... It's the goddamn bee. Hold on, let me refresh this so I can read the message. You were thinking of 50, you know it. You knew I was. Okay, she can read minds. Runebee with the $50, no message. Thank you so much, Runebee, for the dono. And for obviously the 8-hour stream that amassed so much goddamn money last night. It was incredible. Okay. Best thing I've ever seen in my life. Devil Joe 666 says, big titties will save the universe in the future. Well, why in the future? Why can't they come and save the universe now, huh? Devil Joe? Let me ask you that. It was the best, yeah, that was like... Okay, see if there was a stream that I would allow to keep me up to 8 AM in the morning, it would be that 1B. Okay, it's good stuff. The universe isn't ready. Well, I am. Okay, can the universe please hurry up? Fucking piece of shit. Boobs greater than ass. 7X player. You just keep your controversial opinions out of the chat, okay? You freak. Uh-oh, there he is. I can see him. I can see the set. You know, I was really I was really trying to get Vash in here to host with you, but he's working, unfortunately. Nickname Setnaro X. There we go. You can't see me. Oh, we caught you, homie. Gotta say, I really like the avatar that you're rocking there, X. It's the Uh-oh, I heard it. Where is it? It's coming. Uh-oh. Oh, I get it. 50 and 51, 101. I get it. Okay, so we got a donation here, a big $50. Let's see what it says. How do you say this name? Urkilgru? We're gonna call him the U-Man, okay? $51. Couldn't watch B's stream yesterday, making up for it now. That is so appreciated, my guy. Also, it was good to see someone one-up B. You know, she had it coming, okay? B, where are you getting all these goddamn friends, huh? Look at this cool kid, you know. Goddamn cool kid showing up with the gang and saving the children. Everyone that donates becomes my friend. Okay, if you want to become B's friend, which, you know, let me tell you, you don't. Okay, she's just so abusive. But if you want to do that, you can donate to the cause, and you will be added into the B friend club. Get it, B friend. Hold on, I'll help you guys out. Here we go, B friend. You know, you're the only person I hate, Millz. You know, I have met so many people with that attitude, and it stinks. B's the popular kid who hangs around with us weirdos. Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so can you guys see the game?
Mm-hmm, we can see it.
Alright, perfect. Awesome.
Okay, so I've never played this game before. You're gonna have to keep me up to speed with what's happening.
Pretend a bunch of Power Rangers are inside a Jello pudding, and that's exactly what Wonderful 101 is.
An incredible image in my head. This game better not let me down.
100 wonderful defenders.
The only reason I respect Millz is because of the sunglasses. Well, you'll be happy to know that they're gone. I've lost them.
Are forever unknown.
I'm still
They
respecting
are
you. The game audio was far too high, apparently, Seth.
the wonderful. I knew we forgot
It's a good
someone.
thing too, because they would have heard me trashing this.
Nah, it's alright. I accidentally dropped my mic, but everything is good now. We're good. Okay, is there anything in particular I need to worry about now? Like, is the donation bar, the widget all in order? I think, can you guys hear the game?
The donation bar is there, the game. I think it's good.
Alright, cool.
The game is still too loud, apparently, Seth. Because boy,
The game's too
Yeah.
loud? Alright, let me see if I could turn it down a bit. Hold on.
boy's over here complaining, just crying. You know, he's breaking out the hankies.
Alright, let me turn it down a bit.
Pro Eaton asks, isn't this the worst selling platinum game? Which
How's that?
sounds good. Oh well, that sounds good.
Alright, if I need to turn it down more, just let me know, but we should be good.
Yeah, Pro Eaton was asking Seth if this is the worst selling platinum game.
If it's the worst selling, no. The worst selling game goes to Infinite Space. Because nobody even knows what that one is. At least with Wonderful 101, Nintendo made some effort to sell it. The way they did it was like if you bought like either Mario Kart or Pikmin, you could get gold that you could use to redeem towards Wonderful 101 for a cheaper price. Okay, so from here on out, I cannot see the chat whatsoever, so you're gonna have to help me out here.
I'll keep you up. I'll keep you updated.
All right. I'm pretty much playing the game exactly like how Broly was doing it the last time, where he has 2 microphones set up just to be able to hear, so that I can hear you and that I can hear the game. But the way that I have it is like for the game audio, I put like these big set of headphones, and then for you, it's like a tiny earphone that's in there, so it's comfortable.
So you double up. You've got the earphone in, and then the headphones above. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for the remainder of our time here is I'm gonna play what is essentially what like the Bloody Palace. Wonderful 101 even has one just like that. It's called Operation 101. The only difference is there's no time limit like Devil May Cry, so it works more closely to how Bayonetta did it. And unlike just being straight battles, there's going to be moments in the mission where you're put on a limit. Like, you got to beat these guys in just 3 minutes, stuff like that. But as you're progressing, a lot of that starts to lift off where you have more freedom. I'll see if I can get there as fast as I can. And also, when you start, for some reason, they also make it where you start off with fewer heroes. And it isn't until the very end of the game where you get all the heroes you need to be able to defeat the big guys.
Right, okay.
But yeah, Wonderful 101 is definitely one of those games that I highly, highly recommend that people play. The only reason I wouldn't tell people to get it is because it requires you to get a Wii U. And I would want... that's why I really want this game to be ported to the Switch. It needs to be on the Switch.
That's crazy that it hasn't been ported over yet, but...
Yeah.
Because I always see people talk about this game, but it's never something I've looked into.
Yeah. This is the game that got me to understand like what makes action games tick. If it wasn't for this game, I would not be making those Bayonetta videos you see me do. Yeah. Because, like, believe it or not, like, when I first started playing Bayonetta, like, when it first came out, I hated the game. I couldn't get into it. I straight up sucked. I couldn't understand anything about it. I thought it was just going to be a basic generic beat 'em up. And no, I got my ass handed to. It got to a point where I ended up quitting the game halfway and I just gave up. It was like, I couldn't believe myself that I would give up on a game. And it wasn't until Wonderful 101 came out that I, like, Wonderful 101, like, is the game that captivated me. I saw this and I'm like, oh my god, this game looks good. I don't care if it's hard. This game looks beautiful. I want to do everything with this game. And so I did. I remember there used to be a forum. I used to be on GameFAQs a lot, talking with a lot of people there. There was, even though it was a very small community, there was a lot of wonderful people all about just talking about how they wanted this game to be really good. And we were talking about strategies. We were talking about like all these things. It was just really small. There was only like 5 of us at a time. And then as soon as I started understanding how Wonderful 101 worked, I decided, well, what if I apply the same idea, like my skills for Wonderful 101 to Bayonetta? So I gave Bayonetta a second chance, and the rest is history.
I feel like DMC did that with me, where it's like, okay, now that I know how these games work, I can go into this any game from this genre and, you know, immediately not feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I see what you mean with a game sort of clicking with you for the genre.
Yeah. It's that one click that you need in order to appreciate an entire genre.
Yep, that's definitely relatable.
It's just like I said, if it wasn't for Wonderful 101, God knows what the hell I would be doing now.
Wouldn't be...
Because, I mean, before Bayonetta, I was mostly about Gears of War, and I still am. I love Gears of War. I can fully admit that Gears of War is more for the casual audience, and I know it has its hardcore audience. But that was what I used to be into, and I still am. I love Gears of War, but I was more obsessed with 3, and I know Part 5 has a demo, which I'm going to be trying out as soon as this entire stream is over with.
Yeah, we hear that.
But right now, no. Right now, what's important is just for me to have fun with this game. I want people to just enjoy what this game has to offer, because it really offers so much. I have never seen a game where a studio put so much effort into a game they knew wasn't going to be like the top hit, you know? It's like what Matthew Matosa said in one of his video reviews for this. He said, like, they didn't need to do all these extra details. They didn't need to add in this combat. They didn't need to make it complex, but they did. And it has a lot of these cool things that, you know, like, I feel like stuff that Devil May Cry players and Bayonetta players would enjoy a lot.
It's a shame
Because it has, like, sorry if I'm interrupting
it's
you a
okay.
lot,
It's
but
okay.
like it has like the basic core mechanics of Bayonetta, but what it has that differs from Bayonetta is that you have access to every weapon at once, and it's all a matter of like learning to draw the shape. So if you can learn to draw a gun fast, you're good. You know, like I could get my gun out, get my sword out, and you don't even need the touch screen to do this. Like I'm doing this all with the controller.
You looking forward to Gears of War 5, Set?
Huh? Oh yeah, I am. Like I'm looking forward to it. Only because it's like, hey, it's a new game. Might as well jump in and have some fun. And as long as they bring back the same crunchy sound that you get whenever you do a headshot on an enemy, that's all that matters.
What did
to
you
me.
think of 4?
I liked 4 for what it was. I kind of hated how they relied so much on nostalgia, because all the new maps they kept bringing back were like all the new maps they put in were stuff from the old games. Which is like, okay, that's cool, but can we get some new maps, please? I'm already tired of playing the same old maps that I've seen like over the past few years. I know why they did it. They're playing it safe because it's Coalition. It's their first time making a Gears of War game, because Epic Games left a long time ago.
I saw something with the Gears 5, the whole arcade mode thing. It was pretty interesting. It's like a new direction for the game, which was cool.
It looks cool. Really, I'm very casual about that kind of guy. It's like, hey, cool, they put this in. Hey, cool, they put this in. Like, I got no complaints. Like, I'm a fairly easygoing guy. Like, there's very little things that would piss me off, but when it pisses me off, it really pisses me off. That's why a lot of people are like, what? You get angry? When do you get angry? I've never seen you, like, peeved. And it's like, yeah, it happens. I don't want it to, but it can happen.
No, I seen that this week, actually. I saw the peeving in action.
Oh, yeah. Like, the internet was, like driving me bonkers, man. Because it's like, are you kidding me? Like, Comcast, I've been streaming for a long time, and now you decide to give me shit? Seriously.
Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? It's like the one week you don't want shit to happen is the exact week where things decide to happen. It's always the same.
Yeah, exactly. There was a law for this. I forgot what it's called. The Murphy's Law, where if anything can go wrong, will go wrong. Yeah.
So to bring it back to Platinum Games, I feel like I don't know if you and Fox talked about this, but it feels appropriate to bring up Astral Chain.
Astral Chain. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, me too. It looks fucking good.
Yeah. I don't want, like, I'm not expecting it to be like Bayonetta or anything. I don't want it to be like any of the other games. Like, that's the one thing I tell people. Like, no, I don't want it to be identical. I want it to be its own thing that has its own depth, that allows me to just mess around with the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't need a copy of another game. If you wanted a copy, then just go play the original game. That's kind of the problem with Legend of Korra. Legend of Korra, it's a very watered down Bayonetta. It's like, you could just be playing Bayonetta if you want to play Korra. I mean, Korra has some good ideas, and even Vash said it in one of his video reviews. Like, it would have been a million times better if your elements were mapped to the D-pad instead of having to swap around with the bumpers. It makes no sense why they would do that.
I'm liking the you know how Platinum Games always has like a sort of gimmick they build the game around, like which time upload mode. You know, they always have that. Yeah, I'm liking Astral Chain's one with the fucking like the I forget what you call it, the summon.
The Legions?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Legions.
Yeah, it looks cool. The stand.
Everything about the Legion looks awesome. Like, I feel like I was supposed to make a video, like I wanted to make a video essay, I never got around to it. But one thing I'm liking about Astral Chain is that it's looking like the ultimate amalgam of everything we know about Platinum games. It has a pseudo blade mode like what Metal Gear Rising has. It has the same the whip mechanic that Bayonetta has. It has the dodge mechanic. It even has a similar idea to Wonderful 101, where you can control your legions with the right stick while you control your hero with the left stick. So you have to be managing both at the same time. That's the depth that the game's gonna go for. Just an amalgam of everything, but it's still its own identity.
Watching some of the gameplay as well, it was like parts of it, like it was like switching between swords and like his hands, and it was reminding me a little bit of like, you know, Nier Automata's gameplay.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Nier's gameplay, even down to like the RPG elements, you know, the open world factor and everything.
Yeah. But yeah, that looks fucking great. When's it out? Is it out next month?
Yeah, it comes out on August 30th. So yeah, next
God
month.
damn it, 30th. Why do you have to do this to me, Platinum? Damn it.
Yeah.
The
I don't even think it's Platinum. I think it's Nintendo, because Nintendo's publishing the game.
Ah, well, yeah.
And I really hope that Nintendo advertises the hell out of the game. They need to. You know, they're putting a disservice to Platinum Games. Like, they hired them to make this wonderful game, so you better, like, fucking promote the shit out of it.
I think you had a question. Hold on, let me find it. Yeah, someone was asking if you're a From Software fan.
I don't want to say I'm a fan, but I have played certain games from Software. Like, I have played Dark Souls. I've only played 1 and 2. I never got around to playing 3, and I know some people are going to be like, what? But I will. I'll eventually play 3, but I absolutely loved Part 1. 1 was great. I have friends that are total From fans. Like, if my friends were here, they would just get on the mic and be like, oh, I know everything about this game, blah, blah, blah. They'll go to town talking about From Software.
Astral Chain will sell like crap.
I don't think it's going to sell bad, but it's not going to be Nintendo's best-selling game on the Switch.
It's not going to be a blockbuster. Let's be honest. That's it.
Nah, but the thing I like to look at is, like, I don't want to see the game as a high-selling game. I just want it to be a game that's appreciated. I don't care if it makes 1 million hits. I don't care if it only sells 10 copies. I want the game to be remembered for what it is, a great game. Hell, if it's a 1 million seller title. Like, we already have plenty of AAA games that sell, like, by the boatloads. Who cares about those games?
Besides, I've got a feeling that, I've got a feeling that they know that it's not going to be a bestseller. I've got a feeling that that's, like, obviously you want your game to sell as good as possible. Like,
no, of course. You really want to make sure that it sells.
But
regardless, like I know Platinum Games already got their paycheck. They already worked on the game. They're moving on to other projects. It's up to Nintendo to promote it. It's their job to make the game sell.
Pretty much, yeah. Any thoughts on the trilogy talk about Astral Chain? I didn't know there was any. That's interesting.
That was a mistranslation. It's not that they wanted to be a trilogy game. It's that they want to work on it to feel like a massive game that would feel like it could be a trilogy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that.
Man, so
I also heard some of the soundtrack, like, watching the videos. Man, it sounds so good. Like, Platinum always deliver amazing soundtracks, but goddamn, I am excited.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't think anything will be as memorable as Metal Gear Rising's soundtrack. Everyone's always going to be singing along to the music for that game.
Is it controversial to say that I think it's the best soundtrack of any game ever? Is that a controversial thing?
It's not controversial. It's not controversial. I agree with you, if anything.
Although Nier's was very good as well. I will say that. Nier's was fucking great.
Nier is great.
Yeah.
You know, it's Square Enix doing what they do best. You know, because, like, I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan. I do intend to play Final Fantasy at some point, but if there's one thing I can say about Final Fantasy is that I have listened to the music and they're all fantastic. Like, I got a friend who's currently playing Final Fantasy 14, and he loves that game. He's obsessed with that game, and he's showing me the music. I'm like, damn, this is some good stuff. Like, I'll actually put some of these in my video later on. I don't know if I'll ever get around to it, but I got plans.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like you say, Astral Chain, I don't need it to be a copy of anything else, I just need it to be another game that I can be like, right, I don't feel like playing the games that I play a lot. Oh, yeah. I've got Astral Chain, I can play that. Okay. Plus, who knows what kind of depth that game has, you know, it remains to be seen. But it looks very, very interesting. Transformers. See, Transformers Devastation was a game I never got to play because they fucking delisted it from the Steam store or whatever.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about like digital games. I know it had a physical release on the consoles, but it's a shame that these games ended up having to be delisted.
Yeah.
Because the reality of it is, like, when it comes to Activision and licensed games, they care more about the sales at the moment. They don't care if it's going to be an ongoing game. That's why I never understood why they hired Platinum Games to work on their stuff in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm struggling against these dragons. I haven't played this game in so long. Let me see if I could destroy it before the time is up. There we go. He's gone.
Was a good game on like TMNT. Yeah. I've heard the stories about the turtles.
I never played the Turtles game. Like, I don't know how bad it really was. I know everyone is saying it's shit. I wouldn't know. But if it's as bad as people say it is, well, then I have no choice but to say it's bad too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop in the bandwagon again. It's terrible. Okay, it's god awful.
It's bad. It's bad. It's turtle soup.
Turtle soup. Oh man, this game does look interesting. It does definitely look like something that could play. It's a shame.
It looks like a very overly complicated game because it kind of is. But once you like find what clicks, it's definitely one of those fun games you can just mess around with.
I like turtles. I'm glad that you like Turtles Go Get It. That's a good thing. You will be supporting things like, you know, no more plastic straws and stuff. Good on you, Go Get It. I'm so proud of you. Any games you guys are excited for? For me, Astro Chain, FE16, DXM, Dragon Quest, X. I don't even know what half of these games are. What the hell is FE16? Set.
I don't know.
DXM?
I don't know the lingo that you kids bring up. Your kids and your letters.
Kids off my goddamn lawn, okay? Speaking about MXM, or DXM, or whatever it is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is fine if you enjoy beat 'em up and not Platinum's unique style.
I guess. Like I said, I really can't vouch for anything behind it.
Demon X Machina. I'm excited for Astro Chain. You know, I don't really know what else I'm excited for besides that. You know, there's been no Bale 3 news for like 100 years, which I know you're very passionate about. X. I've seen it on Twitter before, but yeah, there's been no Bale 3 news. There's else is coming out, to be honest. Cyberpunk, I'll play Cyberpunk. The Outer Worlds looks interesting, but I think it's on the Epic Store, so fuck off.
God, fucking Epic Games Store. I hate that store so much. Like, ugh, ever since I heard that Shenmue 3 was moving over there, I was like, fuck this, man. Like, I'm still gonna play the game, but my god, that's like the worst thing I could have heard. Like, because I was super supportive of Shenmue 3, and I still am. I really want to see the conclusion, even if 3 is not going to bring me that conclusion. It's like, oh boy.
Oh, I know a game I'm excited for. DMC 5 Community Edition. It's going to be a fun one.
Oh yeah, everyone's talking about that stuff. I'm down for that mod myself once it comes out.
The main thing to really need to focus on is making it as accessible as possible, because right now mods are a pain in the ass. They're just a hassle, and it puts people off. So I think like just having a dedicated like launcher / application that you can load up is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Get hyped for Capcom to release DMC 5 DLC. Yeah, fucking 10 years. I thought CE was cheat engine. See, it's nice because it's like a double whammy. CE, it means it's Community Edition, but it's also cheat engine. So much thought has been put into it. Mods are in console for Street Fighter 5, really? Doesn't sound like an official thing. Or are people just bricking their consoles and putting mods on Street Fighter 5? God.
Dang, I forgot how tough this game could really
Yeah.
be. These claw enemies are the
I could
worst.
feel the.
I wish I could style on them, but I don't have that much heroes on me.
I could feel the concentration coming from you just now. I feel the focus. Mods are in concentration. So X, I've got a question. You know, the Awakening collab came out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it a lot. It was great.
Ah man, like I'm super happy that Blue Devil like gave me the opportunity to submit some of my own clips. It just feels fantastic that I get to be a part of something. It's something that I've always desired. Like from the very beginning, like with Wonderful 101 and seeing these crazy combo stuff, all I want is to just like be part of something. You know, and the fact that I've made it this far on this stream is a testament to how far I've come along. I mean, I'm never gonna be super famous. I don't want to be super famous. I just want to be recognized. That's all. And I know as long as people enjoy the stuff that I do, that's more than enough for me to say I'm doing a great job.
You say that, X, but you've got 17,000 subs on YouTube. Okay, that's pretty damn good.
Don't. I'm gonna like tell you right now, those 17,000 subs mean nothing. Because half of that is because of like the Guinness World Record videos that I posted there a long ass time ago. Yeah, because like if you actually dig deep into my old YouTube archives, my YouTube channel was originally about like old videotapes that I have collected over the years. And I posted some old Guinness World Record stuff, and that's what really attracted the people. There's one particular video that I constantly get messages and views for, and it's the world's fastest rapper, and it's like, awesome, that video is getting views, but I'm also getting subs for it. And I'm like, no, don't sub to me. Like, you don't sub to me if you just want to see that crap. It's like one of these days I'm gonna have to get rid of those videos and to just make my channel that's pure gaming channel. So yeah, those subs count. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's a lie.
These are pretty cool. They're like old school Guinness World Record videos. This is cool.
It's like, because like as a kid, I used to have a VCR. My dad taught me how to record a lot of stuff. So I would just buy a bunch of empty videotapes and just record a lot of things. So I've actually collected a lot of rare things over time. Like I am actually part of a group online called the Lost Wiki Media Archives, where people come together to try to upload videos of stuff that has never been seen before by the public eye, or maybe it's been aired on TV once. And yeah, so one of the things that I contributed was a rare one episode. Like it was an episode that aired only once on Nickelodeon called The Henry and June Show. It was a pilot episode for a Henry and June spin-off from Kablam. I was the only person in the freaking universe that recorded that. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll post it online. And ever since then, people have been loving that shit, you know? So like, I enjoy talking to these people on the Lost Media Wiki because you get to see some interesting things that have disappeared from the face of the earth. And every once in a while, you'll find those things reappear on the internet. So yeah, like my channel is a mishmash of random things, but right now I really want to focus on making it a gaming channel that's more about action games. So little by little, I'm going to be removing those videos and making a new channel for it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see, I was going to say something. It's completely gone because I was looking at the world's longest fingernails. God damn it.
Oh god. I will say those Guinness videos that I've uploaded has been interesting for me because the people who appear in those videos have at some point or another messaged me to say thanks a lot for me uploading them. I've actually been in contact with Rebel XD, the world's fastest rapper. Like he's been really chill.
Really?
Like ever since he found out that I posted that video there.
That's cool. That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, like I have, you know, I'm a part of a lot of communities where it's like, oh, cool, I'm part of the Guinness community, the rare video community, all this sort of random stuff. But it's like, I don't want that. I don't want to be part of that stuff. I mean, I do, but it's not the one thing I want to be recognized for.
And we've got a question here, Set, which is actually, a question I should have asked you a while ago. Ask Set to explain tech in the Wonderful 101 a bit. So...
the tech behind Wonderful 101. Oh boy, I really can't do that right now when I'm busy being like bombarded with bombs and bullets and all these nonsense. Because I like I'm doing this one bit where I'm limited by like my abilities right now. I can't do I can't do nonsense right now. Like defeat all enemies, but you're limited to a certain amount of morphs, and I already used it up. But I got it now. Just abuse dodging, because you can damage enemies while dodging.
Abuse dodging. Which platinum game have I heard about that before? Yeah. Setnaro X sets the record straight. Yeah, it does.
There you go. Get out of here.
Is this like is this a tech heavy game set? Would you say it's like a...
It is pretty tech heavy. Like, I don't know if I can even say that, because it doesn't have like stuff like jump canceling or anything. The tech really does fall down to learning how to manage your morph abilities. If you know how to draw these shapes fast, you can understand like the combat system. But there isn't really any super secret hidden depths. It's just about understanding how to choreograph with all your heroes.
The morph limit stuff is hard to balance.
Yeah, it is.
So you actually draw... So explain this to me, Set. You actually draw stuff, and it does like attack?
Yes, you have to draw a shape to get the weapon now. For example, if I want like the fist, I draw a circle, and there's the fist.
That's fucking cool.
If I want a sword, I gotta draw a line, and there's the sword. If I want a gun, I gotta draw an L, and then I get the gun out. What's interesting is that you don't necessarily have to just draw one shape for yourself. You could draw a shape and have a different hero wield it. So let me show you. I'm gonna have a sword out, and then another hero is gonna use it. See? There he goes.
Holy shit.
You can have up to a maximum of 5 heroes using your weapons. So if you can manage all of that under your gauge, you could do some really crazy shit.
That is like... I have never heard of anything like that before in my life. That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's such a unique concept. That's part of the reason why I fell in love with this game. The idea alone is what sold me on this.
Simple rules, complex consequences. I like that. It does have jump cancelling, not within the context of leaping off enemies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it does have jump canceling, but not the way you would expect from like something like Devil May Cry. It's more akin to Bayonetta's jump canceling, where you want to jump cancel in order to stop your cooldown.
Right, okay. That's the Kamiya magic. What's up, Neil? You know, Neil, really should have got you in here instead of me. I'm sure you could have had the most in-depth discussions about this game. I apologize, Seth, for not knowing this game.
No, it's totally alright. I wasn't expecting everybody to know it. I'm like the only doofus here that plays it along with like 2 or 3 people out there. So, yeah, only 100 people played this game. So, yeah, it totally makes sense.
On the bright side, though, I mean, you've introduced me to it, and it looks very interesting. If it comes up on Switch, I would probably buy it.
Yeah, if it, like, I want it to come out on the Switch, because I want it to be accessible for everybody. I would not want you to get a Wii U just for this game. Don't do it. Just wait and pray that this actually does come out on the Switch. It's so cool. It's so fun. It's complicated for the good and bad reasons, but it's super charming.
Buy a Wii U, yeah. Isn't there like the Dolphin emulator? Does that do Wii U, or is it just Wii that does?
Like, I know there is a Wii U emulator. Oh my god, stupid lasers.
Homebrew Wii U is legit now. Ah, so that's like... It's like taking off, is it, to go get it? It's like... Getting to that point where things are starting to become playable? Or has it been that way for a while? What happened to that indie game called Lost Soul Aside? They said that...
Oh yeah, what happened to that?
Okay, so they posted an update like, I don't know, like a couple of weeks ago. And I think it was like, I'm paraphrasing here, but I think it was something like, Development is going fine. There's like a team of 20 people. Expect some news in a few years. Which obviously just fills me with confidence that the game's actually going to come out when they say you might hear some news in a few years, but we'll see what happens. Basically, it's not coming out anytime soon. Ask Set if that's Jean's voice lines in here.
Yes, I have John on my team. Yeah, in this game, you can play as Bayonetta, John, and Rodin. They are secret heroes. You get them if you can unlock all the achievement in the game.
Sweet.
The best thing about it is that John wields the Shiraba, and she gets her own version of Witch Time when you dodge an enemy. Bayonetta wields these really crazy guns. They're the Scarborough Fair, but they're much bigger than the regular guns you get in this game. And Rodin has a special hammer, and he's the only one that can swing it sideways.
You know what would have been incredible, Set? If you could draw
What's up?
nanomachines and get the goddamn senator involved, okay? I would go and buy a Wii U right now.
Oh, that would be amazing. It's funny though, because in this game, they do have a lot of Revengeance references. I know there's one bit also where you could be nanomachines. You're like these tiny little creatures going inside Vorkin's body. I know there was like something of like that was akin to the nanomachines joke. Can't recall now.
So this game must be 2013, 2014 this game came out?
Yeah, I believe it was 2013.
Rodin has Jean's hammer, I think. You know I like Jetstream Sam more than the Senator? Yeah, you know, get them both, okay? You have to draw a gun sword or a gun sheath. Real talk, you can draw codes or circles, sorta, to find secrets even in the demo. Oh, that's interesting. Can you draw the Konami code? Probably not.
Don't we all? Like, I wish you could draw the Konami code.
These guys look pretty good. So that's the sort of witch time mechanic there that goes on? Something like that?
Yeah, there is a witch time mechanic. It's called hero time in this game. And it also has this system from Beautiful Joe where if you get hit and you tap the jump just before you hit the ground, you jump back up and you recover your health, and it actually reverts your platinum score. Like normally in any platinum games title, if you get hit, that already squanders your chance of getting a pure platinum. But in this game, if you could do a Yukemi, it reverts and you're still within the chances of getting a pure platinum because you technically didn't lose any health because you landed back on your feet. I'm surprised like Bayonetta doesn't have anything like that. Like I know she has an auto Yukemi, but it would be great if there was like a manual Yukemi you could do in order to save yourself from losing that health that you just lost from the enemy.
Give me a set. Give me a set. God, that was a real tongue twister. Jeez.
Alright, yeah.
Hey. Just a heads up, Set. We've got about 6 minutes left.
That's totally fine. If anything, I think I might call it off after this battle.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been wonderful to have you, Set. Get great asset.
Nah, man, I'm super grateful that I got to be here, man. I'm so happy you guys considered me. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I am up for any other events in the future.
100%.
Exactly. Actually, I killed these guys too fast. Maybe I can do one more? Routine. Yeah, let's do one more. I want to try to end it on a good note.
Right.
Whatever happens here, I'll call it off because I know we got to move on to the next player.
Show me the good stuff, X. Show me the good stuff.
Yeah. Let's see if we can make this one work.
How does Soar get along with the morph caps? I'm assuming you know what that means.
How does
Soar?
I know who Soar
Get
is.
along with the morph
Like,
caps anyway? Not sure what that means.
I'm a little lost myself.
How much have people made puns of your names? You mean like me and Seth? Like, okay, Panda Man, you've put yourself on the spot. I want to hear some puns with our names. Go on. If you do it, I'm going to time you out for a month. Yeah, there we go. That's a good threat. Now, give me some goddamn puns. I mean when you can't make more than 10 more? I'm not sure. Who's next? Next up is Zero May Cry, DMC 5. Let me think.
How much time we got left?
4 minutes.
Alright.
Yeah, next up is Zero May Cry. I think DH Malice will be joining him. And then after that, it's the Balrog voice actor will be playing DMC 5.
Oh, I can't wait to watch that one. I can't wait for Zero May Cry. Man, this entire charity weekend has been
Oh, yeah, it's
fantastic.
been so enjoyable to watch. There has literally not been a single weak segment. Everyone has just brought so much entertainment, whether it be through gameplay or, you know, other shenanigans. It's been super. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been wonderful. Not to, no pun intended with the game, but this has been wonderful.
No, it's hard to avoid the pun
Yeah.
when it's such a common word for anyone to say, believe me. Like, my friends get tired whenever I make these inadvertent puns. And they look at me going, you're such a dad. Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm 30 years old, what do you want from me?
3 minutes set.
Almost
this
done.
Is looking good.
Almost
yeah,
done.
you got plenty of time. Don't stress. It's not worry. 72 people in the goddamn viewer count right now. This is good stuff.
Dead! There we go.
Let's rock, dudes and dudettes!
I think this is the last time I'll be on stream until tomorrow, so.
Alright, and that is it. I'm gonna call it off here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Setnaro X. Big claps in the chat for the man.
Thank you, everybody who watched. Thank you, Millz, for having me on board. Thank you to everybody who's been donating. If you haven't already donated, make sure to donate. Save those children. And as always, stay wonderful, my friends.
Oh,
Until next time.
Thanks, Set. It's been a pleasure.
All right, see ya, guys.
We off? Are we off the air? No, we're not.